All right, guys, check this out. Today I'm coming from a whole different perspective. I am an environmental harmony consultant. And in an environmental harmony consultant, what I do is I go to people's properties and whom invite me over. And you see all of these rows right here, first off, they all got these stripes down them. Well, it wasn't here. All the grass that was here. I've been here 3 weeks and they've had to deal with some problems. Obviously, they've had to have some weed killer down here to kill off all the weeds. But these little baby trees right here, you see them? All right, so let's walk with each other. So all of these trees that are right here, every one of them, all planted, 500 of them, going down these rows. All right, now in a permaculture type of point of view, which is where I'm coming from, a permaculture point of view, see this? You see, can you see these baby trees right here? You see this? The hot ass sun says, ouch, ouch, you're hurting me. And then you see the black tubes right here, PVC pipe on the ground. Okay, so this is how they feed the water to all of the trees. And then they're hooked up to sprinklers, okay? So as a consultant, right off of the bat, I'm noticing where it is that there's a bunch of things that can be improved immediately just by listening to these trees exactly alone right here. Oh, I can feel them. My heart's pounding, so slow down. What am I trying to say? They had all this toxic pesticides or herbicides, weed killers sprayed all the way on the rows, okay? And then the rest of the grass is okay, allowed to grow, but these rows on every single one, on every peach farm in this entire valley, on every single person's peach farm that I've seen from the roads that I've gone by. So what I see is that they're spraying so that it kills off all of the stuff, and then all of that leaches into the ground right here. And what's happening is it's actually making these, check it out, look at these leaves. Can you see these leaves? All right, these leaves are fried, they're frying. It's doing the same stuff that the grass is doing. Why? Because check this out. The energy of all of this is going after the rain and everything. It seeps down into the ground and it goes into the roots right here. So it's affecting the microbes in the earth. There's no mycelium in here. There's no connections. This is all right here. This is just like this is a field of not doing so well, which is going to continue doing really bad. And so what's happening here is this is calling out, it's making little clicks, 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 clicks. These little clicks, these little ticks, those are all sending signals of distress, and certain pests and bugs are going to come and they're going to attack those trees. And so those trees are already under attack and they're only just now planted, which means, hold on, as an environmental harmony consultant, what I'm saying is all those are clones that came from a specific nursery, all came from a specific mother tree. They all had their graftings, if you want to call it that. Every single graft should be identical. It comes into this place, all right? Now, what happens is that we get into this peach farm over here, and we keep on going, and so far, almost every single tree, I'm going fast because this is a consultation of free advice. All right, to people who actually want to do something about it, who are ready. Anyone else, just keep doing it the same way you're doing it, and you're fine. You've been doing it perfectly. All of you. I'm not talking any shit, just so you know. I have no care whatsoever, other than the fact that I notice things, and everywhere I go, I notice these things, and I just want to point them out to people. And so when I go through these farms, I look at people's places, I look at their gardens, and I look at what's happening. I'm like, okay, so these trees, almost all of these trees and all of these people's farms, they are all doing the same thing. And I realized all of these trees all come from the same nurseries, most all of them. I'm not going to say what nurseries they come from, but so all of this right here is because we're spraying them with the sprinklers down there, and the water may be harsh coming from those sprinklers. It sits in the plastic pipes that's hot in the sun, right? Because it's hot baking in the 100-degree heat out here. And so then all of that heat then gets sprayed to water in the sprinklers onto the bark, onto the tree, and then the bark starts to get hurt, and then the tree starts to get hurt, and then less and less fruit each year. So this is a harsh environment to live in already, because we have hot as crap during the summer right now, okay? This ground is super alkaline right here, super hard as rock, alkaline. So to actually grow anything, these guys are doing fantastic here to be able to have anything grow whatsoever. But there's new age stuff going on right now. There's implosion technology, super imploder technology, fractal water. There's different ways of watering our trees and taking care of things where we don't need pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. We don't need to rot out our tree like this, where it is that it's causing more issues for the future. So all those bugs that are inside of there that then you have to spray the pesticides on to get rid of the bugs so it doesn't eat the fruit. you know what's happening. It costs a lot of money. It's a lot of energy. It's a wear and tear on the environment, on yourself, on your workers, and on everybody else on the planet. So if we're going to come together and we're going to represent biological harmony with all existence in a symbiotic relationship and get more bounty out of our fruit trees and everything, if we just change small adjustments in how we do things, from the watering system to the not spraying certain poisons and toxins that are actually bad for the nervous system of the planet. And actually we can take all of this grass that's growing right here in between all the rows, and we can actually mulch this entire row, this and everything. And I recommend that as a consultant, that's what I can do. I have problems, here they are, I see them, and now I have a whole bunch of solutions, okay? And I'm ready to implement them. All you have to do is just go ahead and send me a message